Greetings and welcome to SmartwatchTicks.com. Inside this box, Kospet's presenting us with a brand new take on their hardened, ruggedized, waterproof tank series of smartwatches. For the ladies, the S1 is a smaller overall size with a lot of great features in it. It is the watch you want, they claim. Let's take a quick look. It starts out with the portfolio of hardened tests. It's got rain, vibration, temperature, shock tests, deep heat. There's 12 military-grade tests on this watch, available in black like this, pink as you saw on the cover, a nice green, or a white. In fact, you can get it directly from the Kospet official store. They have their own website, running at $79.99 introductory price right now, and I got a link in the show notes to send you over there. If you'd like, you could also hop on to AliExpress. $89.99 with a $10 coupon brings it to the same price, and yeah, it's still Kospet from their official store. So either of those sources will get it for you, and you can check the show notes for a discount link if you're watching this in the future and that introductory price has gone up. What is it? It's a women's great outdoor rugged watch. That's what they're talking about. The mil spec is 810H, and 15 items on that. This passes all of them. The watch body materials, of course, to meet that kind of standard, aluminum alloy and 316L stainless steel, and PC. You've got Bluetooth calling with this. This is not your normal. It's hi-fi Bluetooth calling, so crisp and clear. Tempered glass, the third generation Corning Gorilla Glass on this one, and it's packed with 70 different sport modes and 6 smart recognition modes, meaning you don't have to do anything. You just start walking or running or cycling or any of the 6 of them, and it'll discern what you're doing and start recording it for you. Sure, it's got a mic and speaker in it because it's Bluetooth calling capable and will stream music directly to the watch from your phone if you want to. 5 ATM waterproofing, you can swim in it for sure. IP69K, dust, dirt, you name it. It's rugged. Bluetooth is 5.0. It's a 1.3-inch AMOLED 360 by 360 resolution screen. Nice, crisp, sharp, and it's very bright outside. It also supports a really nice set of always-on display modes, and you can have that available so when the watch goes out, it doesn't go black, it goes and tells time in a variety of ways. You'll see those in the review. You got touchscreen on this one, of course, 300 milliamp hour cobalt battery life of about 2 to 3 days if you run it with the always-on display active. 8 to 12 days if you don't need that feature, and if you're really wanting to do it outdoors and be in the wilderness, 50 days in a kind of standby mode if you use it sparingly. It connects to the Kospet Fit app. We've reviewed that before. Very nice app. And of course, is compatible with your iPhone or with any Android phone as well. These are the different languages that it works with too. Okay, let's dive in. Unbox it. You've got this nice rubberized set of bands. Again, you can get it in multiple colors. You've got the module itself, and it's got a little plastic cover sleeve on it. When you open it up, you see the stainless steel back on it. These are the pins for charging, microphone, and speaker for all of the Bluetooth calling and music streaming. You've got 2 buttons, a power and a back button, it says, and then a bottom button here to go into the sport mode immediately if you want to select one. Otherwise, like I said, it'll go in and start doing it automatically for you. In the box, you've got the little Kospet thank you card with their official 2-year warranty. There's nothing you can do that's like, this is a great watch and it's a great company. You've got the 2-pin magnetic coupled connector. It just lines up when you get it the right direction and attaches, and pretty strong. Anyway, when you have it with the bands on it, you just put this on it and it'll charge it up for you overnight. Then you've got the user's manual in here. Really extensive, and it's available in PDF format. So I'm going to just page through it quickly so you can freeze frame it. I do want to point out a couple of things, though, and they're right here at the beginning, and that's buttonology. Check this out. What happens when you press and hold for 2 seconds? Short press. When you do all these other ones, the back key, the sporting key, if you quick double press it, you'll enter a different mode. And if you hold it for 2 seconds, you can go into emergency SOS. So well worth reading the manual on this particular watch. The QR code for downloading the app, and then it gets into the process of getting it all set up so that you can do your Bluetooth calling and other things with the app. And then this is a sample of some of the different screens for phone calling in here. Again, more information. And I'll have the link to the PDF version of the manual in the show notes for you. You can just download it and take a look at it there. You can set the themes so you have all of your information, you know, your apps by name or in that traditional bubble kind of an arrangement that Apple introduced. And that's about it. Download the manual in PDF form. Heck, you can do it right now. There's the QR code. All right, let's put it together and play with it. Wow, it's really attractive the way they've integrated the whole body together with the bands. Easy to turn on. You just press the top power button, give it a couple of seconds, and wait for it. Ooh, okay. Vibration and instant turn on to the watch face itself, but it did take holding a little while. You can see I've already got it set up with an always-on analog watch display, and I got it set with the twist your wrist to see the time. There you go, which will bring it back again, and it's on a very short timeout so that it'll go right back into that mode, just to give you an idea. Here's a different always-on display. In fact, these are your options. There's your analog. Here's a digital one with some little color underneath. Here's another flat, bright digital. This is the analog. So we have 3 different choices. Pop this one up, give it a few seconds to time out, and you're in that mode now. So you have lots of different watch faces and lots of different, well, 3 at least, different methods of showing you the always-on time. Let's get into it now. When we swipe down, you've got 2 different screens here of information that you can select. The first one locks the screen, so you have to press and hold the button to unlock it. That's if you're swimming or you just want to make sure the watch doesn't jump around anywhere. This turns on the phone, and that will connect you to your phone for Bluetooth calling, receiving them right on your watch. Click it again, it goes off. You see there? You hear that? It just got connected. This is your overall brightness, and when it's up all the way, it's completely washed out on the screen here. It's really, really bright outside. When you bring it all the way down, it's really nice and dim. So it's got a great broad range, being an AMOLED screen watch, of color contrast and brightness. We've got the different ways of displaying your apps. Like I was telling you, you've got the bubble memory style, you've got circular, and you've got linear. We'll keep it that way. It's easier for us to go through. Do not disturb. This gets us into our overall settings. We'll look at that in a minute. Come over here. You can set up alarms, power saving mode. This is the twist your wrist to light up the screen. This is a vibration for finding your phone, the QR code, and that toggles on and off the always-on display. So if you want to use it for a certain period of time, you can, but if you'd rather save battery when you don't think you need to glance at your watch and see the time without twisting it, you can deactivate that simply by touching it. Okay, so those are all the different things there. When I come up, you get messages pushed from your phone if you have any waiting for you. And of course, on the app, you can set up all the different social media things you've got. Maybe not Threads yet, but soon I'm sure that'll be on there as well. And you can pair everything up and get your notifications sent over here. Coming this direction now, we've got all of our daily activity, step count, your goals, your daily or hourly step count, and your weekly status in here as well. Come over here, you got last night's sleep time, the beautiful colorful graph that's broken up to show you deep, light, REM sleep, as well as time awake. So a really good synopsis of your sleep cycle information. Here's heart rate, continuous heart rate. It's trying to take a reading right now. I'm not wearing it, so that's why it's giving us that. If it were, it would be, oh, all right, I guess I've got to cover the diodes, or it's not going to even let us see the screen. When you cover it or put it on your arm, it'll, of course, start giving you the heart rate information, and it tells you a lot of stuff. Your average resting heart rate over the last 7 days. And of course, I've just started using it, but that'll be here. Your resting heart rate is calculated with this at night. Okay, then you got blood oxygen. That's using red diode technology, and it's also doing an hourly, or I think you can set it as low as every 10 minutes. We'll check that in the app. But it gives you your minimum and your maximum, and it measures your blood oxygen. It takes a little bit longer, but it'll give you its number, bounce around a little bit, and then stabilize. You also have blood pressure in this one. Blood pressure is a nebulous one, and it's not doing continuous. It'll only do incremental when you land on this page, and that's because for blood pressure, you really need to stay still, like you do in the doctor's office, to get a reading that's reasonable. I won't even say accurate, because you have to check the blood pressure readings you get with this against your own calibrated instrument or your doctor's measurements, because we're all different in how this particular measurement works. Don't trust it until you really test it. It takes it a while, minute or so, and it's actually using the green diode technology like heart rate. You can get weather in here in Fahrenheit or centigrade. You set that up in the app, and you can get future forecasts. And you can come back one more screen. You can add other components in here. These are already in here, and you set the order of those. But you can also add music, workouts, calling. All of those things are available. Let's add a music player on here. Come back out, and now you see we're connected, and we can play music on this watch. There we go. Not bad, huh? It's got good range. Speakers right here. You can't really mute it with your thumb, but you can definitely soften it a bit. Anyway, you've got full volume control here, that you can adjust it during your workouts. And of course, you can scoot forward or back to a different track if you'd like to as well. Right from the onboard music player. There we go. That pauses it. And then, of course, you could add the other items, phone calling and whatnot, if you'd like to, too. Press that button, takes you back, and you're right back to your watch face. When you press and hold, you can switch to different ones. This one's kind of color coordinated with the green one. You also have this really detailed one here. There is an option to download one watch face from the app, and this is one I chose to download, and I thought that one was really cool. It's a good time to put it on to show you what it looks like. That gold with the green integrates together really nicely. Easy to install. Band. There we go. Nice. Okay, we got some more stuff to talk about. When we slide this direction, now we get into all of our different apps. Call is where you can access the contacts that you transfer over from your phone. Your call history, if you want to replace a call, or you can go into the dial pad and tap in a number to make a phone call. That's all in the calling section. Your workouts are exactly the same as you activate from the button here. You've got your daily activities, which was your step count information, and we looked at all of that. This is something fun, the female cycle information that you set up in the app. It'll tell you exactly where you are in your cycle at any time, calculated from within the app. Your heart rate we saw, sleep time, blood oxygen, and blood pressure we took a look at. Breathing exercises, you can set the time, and whether it's fast, if you've just been working out, moderate, average, or light, like you're going to go into yoga or meditation, and you can do the breathing inhale, exhale activity. You can also use this to calculate your respiratory rate. You need to be wearing it, and it'll go through and measure how many breaths per minute you're breathing at the current time. There's your messages and music player and weather. The voice assistant is your Google or Siri, and you can interrogate it and get the answer out of the watch, of course, by sound. Alarm clocks, you got a stopwatch in here, runs it in hundredths of a second, and as most of these, it's locked. You can't exit it unless you pause it So it's not running in the background, but you can reset it there. You got countdown timers available to you as well. A built-in calculator. I mean, this is a really sophisticated smartwatch for everything that it does. Remote camera will set your phone up to be the camera, and you trigger it from the watch. Find your phone will cause it to ring over there. Well, it's in silent mode on the phone itself. SOS, this is where you set up in your contacts area through the app SOS, and if you long press this button here, that will immediately activate a call. Of course, you have to have your phone with you, right? But you don't have to pull it out of your pocket and try to get in there. You can make a quick call that way. And of course, settings, we had the option to get to. Here we finally are there. We looked at the watch faces and the always-on display capability. You can turn it on and off right here, as well as select from the ones that you want to look at. Your overall theme option is here. The different languages, and we showed you what was supported. You've got Chinese, and of course some European languages as well, and Indonesia. Okay, date and time, it pulls that from your phone, or you can set it up manually. Brightness, this is your display duration. The first I was using 5 seconds, and then I switched it for you to 60 seconds so it doesn't time out while we're going through the review. Sound settings can be turned on and off for audio playing through here, or the ringtone from your phone ringing. You can turn that off so it can remain silent and not disturb everybody around you when a call's coming through. You've got vibration strength on this one. Twist your wrist. Do not disturb. The low power mode, this is where you're going to get that long standby time capability. There's the sports recognition. And when you turn that on, it's going to monitor you for walking, running, cycling, elliptical, and rower. But of course, it's going to use up some battery to do that. So it's a trade-off. The downloading the Tethering app, reset the watch completely, reboot it, power off, and the info that this is the Tank S1 and its current firmware version. That all leads us then to the actual app itself. Get you immediately back up here to the watch face. This turns it off and on, or toggles it between always on display and full display. And again, this side gives you all of your workouts, and there are tons and tons of them. They said 70 of them, and they're pretty much all installed in here. VO2 max test. Wow. Look at this. Yeah. This is a fine watch. It really is. It covers just about everything you would need. When you double tap on this one, well, let's get back out here to the time display. Back is how you get back to here. Double tap on here, and it's activating your Siri or Google, and then you tap on the screen to speak. So you have a quick access to that. And as I said, the long press and hold on this button will activate that SOS emergency if you have programmed the number into it. Okay, now let's get over to the app. From the Google Play Store, when you install it, this is what the icon will look like. You can open it, set up an account, to pair the particular watch you're using to the app, and you'll land on this opening health page. Here's where you got the summary of everything. You got your step count broken out. And this is what's really fun. Look at this. It's actually giving you your hourly synopsis of what you did, what exercise you did during that time frame. If you're running, if you're swimming, whatever, it would be there. You've also got the target and your calories burned and distance as well. Come into here, you're getting your actual heart rate from midnight to where you currently are during the day, and you can tap anywhere you want and see what that value was. 66, 54, 70. Okay, it's bouncing all around, mostly in this relaxed state, but you have all these different states that it will show you your percentage of time throughout the day that you spent there. And of course, you could change days as well, too. You've got last night's sleep information, awake, REM, light, and deep. The REM is when you're dreaming, and you can, I believe, touch these, and it will tell you the time frame, 3:03 to 3:58, 53 minutes of dreaming was going on right there. and then went into light sleep right there, so forth. The sleep quality is mentioned here, and of course the breakout of all of your sleep information. Blood pressure, again, is incremental, but you can start it right from the watch. It'll show you your blood pressure readings, your high and your low overall, and of course you can go through day by day as well. But it's nice you can remotely start it down here if you want to. And then blood oxygen is continuous, and it'll show you from up to 100%, goes from about 88, and if you're sleeping and have a sleep apnea incident, you might see that show up down here. And it shows you the actual measurements here, and you can show more. You can see all of them. And, of course, you can start that remotely as well. And that's it for these different cards. They're the ones here. You can turn them off or on and display them. Then you get into sport. These are the ones that tie into the GPS in your phone. So if you wanted to do a run or a cycle or something, you hit go, you'll get a track against the Google map of your route. And of course, you'll get all kinds of information with it as well. And it pairs up with your watch so that it can give you the heart rate on the app while it's happening. Here's the watch itself, the Tank S1. That's just a card telling you about it, the battery level. The watch faces, we'll look at that. Bluetooth call settings, you set that whole thing up in here where you can enable, disable, and sync your contacts over here. Heart rate monitoring is turned on. Blood oxygen, you can set the time frame for those. Call reminders, SMS. You can even do fast reply to your SMSs here. App reminders, where any app you want to can give you a push to the watch. Your sedentary reminders to get up and move. Twist your wrist to see the time is active here or on the watch, as you saw. Here's where you program the SOS call. Your units and languaging and all of that is set on that particular page, and you can check for firmware upgrade or unbind. And then finally, the user, you put in your basic information, your age, your gender. I register female so that it will track it for physiological cycling. Otherwise, you may not have access to that entry level right there. When you go in here, you get the calendar once you put in your specific data, and you can tell, of course, against the calendar where you are, and the watch, when you hit that category, will tell you where you are as well. As you can see here, it's lit up on that particular day. The official mall. This is where Kospet's doing their summer sale right now, up to 54% off. And here we are. I think this is the S1 right now. So again, check the link in the show notes. We'll get you over there for all of this good stuff that they're going on. They also have a bulletin board system, a BBS, on all of the different watches, so you can get the user's manuals and all that stuff. And then after-sales service is available for you, and it tells you about the warranty in here. Very thorough, these guys. Background, common problems, feedback, and your system settings, which is basically about you can delete your account and so forth. Now, the last thing, we want to come back to the watch and go into watch faces and show you what different faces are available you can install. There's a couple of them in minimalist. They're just the basic ones. Pointer has a few more. This is your analog style, and you can see you've got quite a few different small ones, full screen ones, digital and analog combined together. A little recessed one with all your data along the outside. That's kind of fun. Just whatever suits your mood and your need. You've got pointers, like I say. Space is a little bit interesting. It's got kind of outer space, moon, planet type of a feel to it. You've got numbers, which means they're the digital watch faces. So freeze frame, if you want to look at any of these in more detail, you'll be able to install one of these on the watch at a time. And then, of course, you can download different ones and change them at your leisure. You've got mechanical ones that look like this, a little bit digital on all of these. Some even have the seconds display in here. And then illustration is more like the cartoon style. It follows some different holidays. and graphics. We see a lot of that in some of the artistic design on these different watches. And that's the overall watch faces. Okay, that's it for the app itself. Now, a couple of last minute things I wanted to share with you. I don't usually talk about this, and it's not often brought up. But, you know, we run these channels and they get things called demographics with the Google Analytics. And just for your information, you and the other viewers looking at this review and all of the ones I've been putting up are broken out into different age and gender. And we've had this issue with gender. Notice that 86% of the viewers are male. Yeah, guys, that's you. But only 13% female. Now, Kospet and a lot of the other ones, you're going to see some more female-oriented smartwatches coming here, are targeting, trying to build up the awareness in the female population. There's more than the Apple Watch out there, and there's some really attractive ones, beautiful ones like this that do some really amazing things beyond, basic kind of stuff, and they're easy to operate. So we're hoping that, guys, if you've got a female friend, invite them over. Let's see if they would be interested in watching some of the reviews of these watches and be interested in them, especially the ones designed for ladies. Also, a neat breakdown here, and I thank you guys for watching, especially in the coveted 25 to 34 and 35 to 44 year bracket. The peak audience for smartwatches at this time is right in here on a bell curve, and that's exactly what these watch companies are targeting for selling their watches, which is why we're getting some really incredible gear here to present to you. So first of all, thank you for watching. Second, thanks for your subscriptions. Third, thanks for sharing this with your partner to see if they may be interested as well. And come on back and we'll definitely have a lot more fun. I do have some more ladies' smartwatches coming up real soon, but if you're interested in this one, and it pretty much checks all the boxes, the Kospet TANK S1 is available directly from Kospet. Again, link in the show notes, or you can pick it up through AliExpress. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.